right, my lovelies, we are back in the garden, of course. Well, you're the garden, duh. Anyway, we're going to call this a creature double feature. You remember those? Remember creature double features, guys? Yeah, weird. All right. I had to light the candle for this one. Coming up. And we are going to do a contest with this one. But I got to think of the band and the song. See, I can't pick a band that's too out there, or nobody's going to know what any of the songs are. So it has to be a semi-popular band. So, well, let me think about the song here, guys. Somebody is going to win a goddamn hoodie today. I know it. Being a psychic. Now, remember, ancient rule, psychics can be wrong. Okay. All right. But, here's the song. Here's the song, babies. Now, the rules, guys, the rules. 7 total chances. But you have to guess the song before the video is uploaded, or else it's cheating. It's cheating. All right, here it is. Oh, and also, guys, the song is not going to be obvious. Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to pick, the most popular song from the band. Okay? Keep that in mind. It's going to be a deep cut. Okay? Deep collected. Investigators believed Brian drove to the area in his own car and parked right beside the house at the back of the residence. Sure. There is a paved parking area directly to the south that overlooks the back of the house. Brian most likely entered the residence through a sliding glass door located on the second level and rear of the residence, and then proceeded as follows. Okay, this is all fantasy, guys, by the way. And this is, they're following Dylan's psychotic lies here. Keep this in mind. Dylan's psychotic lies here. Yeah, because she's one of the prime suspects, remember. After entering through the sliding glass door, Brian, and how are they going to explain letting her live? Let's see. Brian, oh, that's right. In the real world, that was Dylan's friend. Brian walked through the kitchen area where there was blood all over the place that was found and covered up, and to a set of stairs that led up to the 3rd floor. Brian then went up to the stairs to the 3rd floor. At the top of the stairs, and directly to the left side, is a door which was Kaylee's bedroom, and to the right is a short hallway that ended into a bathroom and another door to Maddie's bedroom. Most likely, Brian checked Kaylee's bedroom, saw it was empty, and then moved into Maddie's bedroom, where we believe both Kaylee and Maddie were asleep in Maddie's bed. Completely ludicrous. This is a complete fairy tale. Moscow, you are disgusting. You're disgusting. This is pathetic. Pathetic. No, they were not sleeping in the same bed together, idiots. Kaylee would be sleeping in her bedroom with her dog. Not in Maddie's little bed. You stupid Fs. Pathetic. Moscow, you should be ashamed for this. This is not a real investigation. This is pathetic. Anyway, Brian unaligned both of them in the bed. Just like that. Yeah. And then Brian most likely went back down the stairs, walked through the 2nd floor living room for no reason, and then down the hallway, which ended at Xana's bedroom. Based on the evidence that we don't have, based on no evidence really at all, Xana was initially attacked just inside the bedroom near the entrance. So where did all the blood come from in the kitchen? I don't know. Xana fought the suspect in the bedroom area and the kitchen and was ultimately unalived on the floor of the bedroom next to the bed, or placed there by Dylan and her associates. I think that's more likely. Yeah. Ethan, who we believe was asleep at the time and didn't wake up apparently after all the screaming, was unalived in the bed. Sure. Yeah, because I guess he's deaf. Brian left the bedroom area, walked back down the hallway, passed through the living room again, kitchen, and then saw Dylan face to face. Oh, where's that? Wait a minute, guys. Saw Dylan face to face and made a cup of coffee for her while she changed out of her bloody Van sneakers and put slippers on. And then in the morning at 11:50, she walks out of the house with no shoes on, guys. Remember? Yeah. Anyway, Brian, after he got done making a cup of coffee for her and cleaned up her bloody Van sneaker shoe print right outside her door, there's no mention of that in this, exited through the sliding glass door, leaving the door partly open. Brian then walked back to his vehicle and drove away from the area, leaving no blood anywhere. Outside. Sure. Yeah. Well, he would be covered in blood. Where is it? Sure. That's some great analysis, Moscow. Along with Idaho State Police Detective Jeff Talbot and two idiots trying to figure this out. Oh, Brett Payne. Well, there you go. Assisted with the timed runs, of course. Mr. Payne tracked the times for each run. Okay, in between donuts. I think so. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Detective Talbot walked through the residence with me, calling out the number of Oh, I conducted 2 timed runs. The first being as quick as possible. Okay. And the second, I then quickly moved through the kitchen and up the stairs. I looked into the bedroom to the left and then moved down the hallway into Maddie's bedroom. But I didn't go into the bathroom because apparently I knew it was bathroom. I don't know how I knew it was bathroom, but I just knew. I have never been in this house before, by the way. Yeah, I simulated the number of strikes that were inflicted upon Maddie and Kaylee. How many was that in total? Tell me, Moscow Police Department, how many did you count? Well, you can't count very far. Detective Talbot counted up to 10 and kept track in an attempt to recreate the movements and motions believed to have occurred based on the evidence collected. Which was what? Oh, all of Dylan's evidence, you mean? And autopsy reports. I moved out of the bedroom, down the stairs, through the living room, down the hallway, and into Xana's bedroom. I didn't bother going to any other bathrooms or other rooms because I'd never been there before, remember? Again, with the assistance of Detective Talbot, I simulated the number of strikes that were inflicted upon Xana and Ethan. Yeah, but you didn't simulate the fighting back. You didn't have anybody simulate Xana in this scenario and her fighting back, which could have taken, I don't know, a few minutes maybe. Who knows? You didn't simulate that though, morons. Hey, Moscow, you really should fucking retire. Your whole entire police department should be fucking disbanded and investigated. This is absolute nonsense. This is not evidence of any kind. This is you fucking off and doing nothing of importance. This is completely irrelevant and it's not evidence. This is just to fit your stupid narrative that doesn't make any sense. Because you took the narrative from one of your prime suspects. Morons. Yeah, who simulated Xana in this scenario? Nobody. Who simulated Ethan Chapin in this scenario? Nobody. Who simulated Kaylee and Maddie in this scenario? Nobody. Morons. You're all idiots in Idaho. Well, just these people I'm talking about. Yeah. This is ridiculous, guys. Absolutely absurd. But hey, that's why we're here, right? That's part of the reason. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the number of strikes inflicted upon Xana and Ethan. Yeah. I then exited back down the hallway, through the living room, through the kitchen, and out the sliding glass door. Right? I ignored Dylan Mortensen, who was staring right at me and was looking at me, and I was looking at her. I totally ignore that scenario. I totally ignore a cleanup that happened in the house. I ignore all that. to fit my stupid narrative that doesn't make sense. Corporal Pain in the Ass, who's an idiot and hopefully is no longer working anywhere near law enforcement, reported a time of approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds on the quickest possible timed run. Oh, on the turtle run, which was a little slower and deliberate, oh boy, I followed the same path throughout the residence, stopping for a Dunkin' Donuts, but at a much slower, methodical pace. I again failed to realize that this simulation was nowhere near evidentiary value, but I again entered through the rear sliding glass door, opening it slowly to make no noise. Okay, except for the firecrackers that we forgot about, that apparently Bethany heard while doing so. I then walked as quietly as I could, like a mouse. Nobody was stirring, not even a mouse, right? Yeah. Master Nature, I think that's correct in your assessment. I don't think anybody was stirring as like a mouse. Don't take the piss, Master Nature. Well, you always take the piss. Yeah. Slowly through the kitchen and up the stairs, attempting to make no noise. I looked into the first bedroom and then slowly moved down the hallway and into Maddie's bedroom. Again, we don't have anybody simulating these two. And no, they're not sleeping in the same bed together. Detective Talbot counted and kept track again as I recreated the movements in my own fairy tale. I recreated the movements and motions in my own fairy tale world, believed in my own fairy tale to have occurred inside the bedroom. Right, because you don't know. And again, this is not evidence of anything. This is you wasting taxpayer dollars. I exited the bedroom, covered in blood, moved back down the stairs, through the living room, down the hallway, and into Xana's bedroom, forgetting about all the other rooms in between, like the bathrooms, because I don't know the layout of the house. The movement to Xana's bedroom was slower than the first run, but I really don't know how slow it was because this is not objective at all, nor scientific by any means, nor forensically valid by any means. Therefore, there's no evidentiary value whatsoever in doing this. Yeah. But still somewhat quick. I again simulated the movements and motions that took place inside Xana's bedroom. I then exited back down the hallway, through the living room, through the kitchen, and out the sliding glass door. And again, I failed to mention Dylan and all her shenanigans. Right. Corporal Payne, who I hope should have been fired 10 years ago, or demoted, or something, reported at a time approximately 2 minutes and 33 seconds, guys. Yeah, would you believe that? Yeah. We additionally walked through simulated paths that Brian may have possibly taken because we don't know. And we're just making this all up in our heads. Taken from the vehicle to the back of the residence. The shortest and most direct path going from the parking area and moving east to west along the back of the house took approximately 30 seconds. A second path starting at the southern edge of the property and walking a fence lot through some trees and moving in a south to north direction towards the back of the house took approximately 1 minute. The times to make the same two paths at a running pace, now we're running, were approximately 6 to 7 seconds for the short path and 10 to 12 seconds for the longer path. Isn't that lovely? Again, this is all meaningless. The timed runs revealed that it was possible in my imaginary world for Brian to have carried out, the unaliving in as few as 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 6 seconds, but going at a fast pace on the shortest route to the vehicle, or as much as 3 minutes and 45 seconds going at a slower pace on the longer route to the vehicle. This concluded the simulated fantasy timed runs through the residence. And then afterwards, we got a beer and we thought, man, this is some hard-hitting evidence, guys. Hey, Detective Ken Maines, is this how we do things in police world? We just make up imaginary timed runs. I guess so. We don't simulate the victims. We don't simulate anything else. Guys, I don't have to tell you this is completely ludicrous and absurd. You already know my garden. And no, this is not evidence of any kind, other people on the other side of the wall. You people are complete idiots if you believe this is of evidence. Ridiculous is the word for it. And that's the only word for this. Complete nonsense. Utter nonsense. Ridiculous. Ann Taylor, I hope to God you turn in your law license. You couldn't. If they were to try to introduce any of that at trial, it's laughable. It's fucking laughable. Oh my God. Okay, one night, hey guys, I knew it'd make my blood boil. Hope it makes your fucking blood boil too, because it's ridiculous. It's oh my God. Okay, let's move on. 195. It can only get better from here. A video collection. Oh, geez, let's see what they did with this. Okay, November 20th, 7 days after the event, Idaho State Police Detective Powell met with the security manager at this place, located there in the city of Moscow, Latah County, Idaho. Digital evidence was downloaded from their security cameras. I turned the evidence over to the digital evidence team located at the MPD. Great. Now, November 22nd, Detective Powell met with the manager from this place, located there in Moscow, Idaho. Digital evidence was downloaded from their security cameras. I turned the evidence over to the digital evidence team located at the MPD. Again on the 22nd, Powell met with another person located there in Moscow, Idaho. Digital evidence was downloaded from their cameras. And again, I turned them evidence over to the digital evidence team located at the MPD. Once more, a couple more here. We got two more on November 22nd, and the very same process. Okay, got evidence, was collected from the security cameras, downloaded, and was turned over to the MPD. On the 2 on the 23rd here, same process. Right? We collected digital evidence, was downloaded from the security cameras, and was turned over to the digital evidence team located at the MPD. Same thing with that. December 13th, same process. Digital evidence was downloaded from this location security camera and turned over to the MPD. Okay, I'll keep going here. Or is it just a blank page? It's just a blank page. I think they all should be blank pages at this point, because this is not an investigation worth anything. I could wipe my ass with this, and in fact I should. I should print out all these pages and use them for toilet paper is what I should do. Master Nature, are you taking the piss again? Maybe I should stop saying that. I think it's being overused. It's crisp, by the way. It's crisp. Hey, and where's my order of fish and chips, you fucking prick? Okay. I ordered about 2 hours ago from the shanty down in Brighton Beach. All right, 196, guys, and maybe we'll leave it there. I don't know. We'll see what this is. Oh, Idaho State Police, blank. Okay, November 18th. Hey, before the wolf, let's see what's going on with Detective Jack Schweck my balls. Rack and Schweck my balls. We're playing some pool, baby. We're playing some pocket pool. All right. Get your hands out of your pocket. All right. What are you doing with your hands in your pocket? Oh, my God. 5 days after the event, at 6:23 p.m., Idaho State Police Detective Schwecky and I interviewed over the telephone. Blank provided the following information. Did you record this one? I don't know. Well, this person, he lives with his girlfriend, who is a flapper, who works in speakeasies. She went to bed early because she had a late night tomorrow. I don't know. He stayed up until 2:30 a.m. playing video games and drinking Natty Light. I'm not sure. After going to bed, at what time? What time do you go to bed? He had been asleep for approximately an hour when he was awoken by a vehicle with loud exhaust speeding away down the street past his house. He assumed it was a white Audi that parks near his residence quite frequently and has a loud aftermarket exhaust, which are absolutely effing annoying. I hate them. I hate them myself. Yeah. And I always say, if you want to burst your fucking eardrums out, idiots, with these types of aftermarket exhaust, I want you to park your car in your garage and turn it as loud as you can to burst your fucking eardrums out, idiots, if you want to hear loud noise. I don't want to hear it, idiot. Sorry, guys. You know what? The spirit realm is wide open when the candle is lit, guys. I'm telling you. Master Nature, Stanley hasn't returned from Mankato, and I don't know. What do you think he's doing with her, Ashley? Do you think like he really hurt her or something? I'm getting kind of worried, but I do want that gold, and maybe everything will turn out all right. I'm sure she's fine. MD. We'll just have to keep waiting patiently, all right? I'm sure everything's fine, and I got a feeling you're going to get the gold back, or at least half of it. Okay. Okay, Master Niche, I'll shut up now. All right. All right, the Audi normally parks near the cul-de-sac on the end of King Road. He believed it would have occurred between 3 and 4:30 a.m., but was unsure since he didn't check his clock. After the vehicle traveled past his house, he believed the vehicle turned onto Taylor Avenue going east by the way the sound of the vehicle is coming from. So a white Audi that probably actually matches the description of the car traveling around there at high rates of speed. That's actually probably more of a match to a fucking Elantra, okay? Just saying. At approximately 6:34 p.m., we concluded the interview. Well, isn't that nice? Hey, hey, why didn't you ask him about what he did on the 13th? Right? Not 5 days after the event. Why didn't you ask him about, hey, what did you do on November 13th? Did you hear any fucking loud cars driving by your house? Probably. It was probably this schmuck. But no, we're talking about 5 days later. Idiots. All right, guys, one more. Let's see what this piece of crap is. 197. We're on page 537 out of 556. We're getting close to the end here. And then what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to jump back to the Moscow documents, all right? Let's get through the rest of these, though. 197. We got 1031 crime scene. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, interesting. Suspect Brian Koberger. Talbot's doing this one. And that's it. What is this? What the fuck is this? I'm sorry, I missed this. We have a summary narrative. Okay, what's a summary narrative? Okay, October 31st and November 1st, 2023. Okay, wow, almost a year later. Members of the FBI Evidence Response Team, Operational Projects Unit, and Salt Lake City Division responded to the King Road, Moscow, Idaho residence. The FBI teams completed multiple 3D scans and photographs of the residence and surrounding area. Prior to the members entering the residence, Idaho State Police Detective Jeffrey Talbot completed a walkthrough. I confirmed the residence was structurally the same as it was on the 13th of 2022. At the request of OPU Special Agent Bill Denham, I downloaded a copy of the 3D scans I completed on November 13th in LAS format and provided it to the Moscow Police Department. And that's it. Okay. Suspect Brian Kohlberger. Okay, that's it. Great. There's no other narrative. Great. Now, moving on. We got 198 supplement. Sutton walkthrough. Oh boy. What's this one about? Okay, we got suspect Brian Kohlberger. Do we have an actual narrative? We do not have an actual narrative. Again, we have a summary. All right. December 21st, 2023. Over a year after the wolf is a year after the event, T. Paulette Sutton, that's Sutton in parentheses, bloodstain pattern analysis consultant, responded to the King Road house in Idaho. Also present were Latah County prosecuting attorney, Evil Santa Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings. Ashley, why did you do it to me? I loved you forever, especially when I saw you in the hearings. When I saw your butterface, my heart melted. My heart melted, and you took the gold from me, and you left our son, that idiot, back home on the prairie. And he still can't spell, okay? All right. Corporal Brett Payne was in action there, and Idaho State Police Sergeant Darren Gilbertson. Great. Sutton completed a walkthrough of the residence. Prior to Sutton entering the residence, Idaho State Police Detective Talbot completed a walkthrough of the residence. I confirmed the residence was structurally the same as it was on November 13th. Well, isn't that nice? All right, guys, 199 it is. Rules of Grand Jury. Rules of Grand Jury. Let's see what this holds. We'll do this one and leave it here. On September 7, 2023, after receiving the initial email alleging violations of Idaho grand jury rules, yeah, that's nice, I emailed the sender, blank, requesting more information. I advised her I was assigned to the investigation and wanted further clarification regarding the screenshots she attached to the email. I received a follow-up email from her on the same day. She stated, November 12, 2023, requesting contact to discuss the conversations captured in the screenshots. I did not receive any reply or contact from either of these individuals. I highly fucking doubt that. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Requesting a meeting. Mr. Gray is the attorney representing the Mutt family of Kaylee. We requested to speak regarding the screenshots. Oh, that's where they were coming from. Showing conversations that appear to reference Kaylee speaking to individuals about the grand jury proceedings. We did not receive any reply or contact back from Mr. Gray regarding our request. I highly doubt that. Yeah. That's the mutt flapping his fucking mouth again, isn't it? Yeah. Tainting things. Right. On October 12th, yeah, he's not out of the woods yet either on this, guys. On October 12th, 2023, I was forwarded an email showing screenshots of a Facebook page that is titled the Kaylee Family Page. Remember when they had to shut the page down? The screenshots show some of the same screenshots. So guess where they came from? The Mutts. And it does not include Kaylee, by the way. I do not include Kaylee in that disparaging. She was way above that. The screenshots show some of the same screenshots that were forwarded to the court by Part of the posting stated, we recently were made aware of some messages claiming to have fabricated text from blank, as well as trying to incite others to spread lies. While we understand the internet is a big place and people are free to say whatever they would like, we personally feel a line was crossed and we would like to pursue further action. If anyone knows any more about these screenshots, knows who created them, what they said, etc., and would feel comfortable sharing with us, we would be extremely appreciative. This was the last information that was received about the allegations of violations of the Idaho grand jury rules. So people were talking about what they were doing, and they screenshotted them. They were texting things to each other. And then they got screenshots saying, boy, that was really fucked up grand jury, wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't Dylan and Bethany's testimony fucking weird? Like they were lying the whole time? Like stuff like that. Just my guess. At least I would be. Yeah, because they both lied, and the grand jury knew it. That's why. That's another reason why this should have went to trial. I wanted to see them fall apart in the stand and be called out for the liars that they are. But we never got to see them exposed. And we should have. Right, Ann Taylor? Right, Miss Ann Taylor? Fuck off. That's for you, Miss Ann Taylor, for not doing your job. All emails and attached screenshots will be provided to the MPD to enter into evidence. Yeah, I'd like to see them. Where are the screenshots of the grand jury breaking the rules? Yeah, and not. Well, that's what we call not a fair trial now, is it? No. Okay, guys, we're going to leave it right there. We are on 200, my friends. We're on page 540-something. We're getting real close to the end of all this, of the Idaho State Police shit documents. 200. And we're going to pick it up right there. Let's see. Let's preview it. Interviews. Let's preview it. Oh, okay. Witness 1. Unknown female, 33 years of age. Witness 2, unknown male, 37 years of age. Property. Other witness involved. 1, 1988 date of birth. Witness 2, 1985 date of birth. Yeah. Female, male. Okay, and here's the narrative. December 8th, okay, before the wolf is captured. All right, we're going to pick it up right there. All right, love you all, babies. Be back here later. That's what we call a double dose or a creature double feature. Okay, babies. Bye-bye. Oh, somebody's going to win that damn hoodie. I know it.